Hey guys, welcome to Tommo Tinkers. In this episode I will be continuing with the Bloodfall Catacombs project, and more specifically I'll be clearing up some awful code I wrote in the last episode. Once again, if you enjoy my videos, please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you get notifications whenever I release a new video. And let's have a look at what we've got. So in the last video we implemented the move command, and it does work. As I can demonstrate here, we can move, and we can move. Well, let's try and move south. There is no exit because we haven't set one up. Move anywhere, and that's not a direction. So we'll move north. We've moved into the corridor. Now, we set up a corresponding exit to the south in the corridor. So, let's have a look. Move south. I just spotted a bug actually. Because I put a space in after the move, it didn't pass properly. So, we didn't get the choice to specify a direction, so we have to be exact. South, and we've moved into the south. We can have a look. A small cell with no windows, and we're back where we started. Okay. Oh, I want to check one other thing. We'll move back into the corridor, and as you can see, like I said in the last video, the current location and title bar updates to our current location. We set that up in, I think, the first video, maybe actually it was the second video, and you can see that we didn't do anything else to support that. All we have to do is change the room, and through events, the code responds and sets the current location in the title bar. Okay, go away window. Okay, so we need to have a look at how we're dealing with commands. First of all, let's just tidy this up a bit. Handle move command, and then we'll also move this one even though it doesn't do much. Handle look command. Okay, we get the input from the user. I'm going to make an assumption right here, right now, for better or for worse. The assumption is based on what we know at the moment now, current requirements. Let's assume that the first word a user enters is some kind of command. Look, move, put, take, fight, attack, make sushi, that kind of thing. So we'll extract from the input the command. Let's create an array with all the words in it. Equals input.split, and we'll split on the space character. So mine is the words first default. Command's null. We don't have a command to enter. We haven't entered the command, so please enter something. Let's just run this. I just want to make sure this works as correctly. Look. Okay, so it works if we don't have a space. But if we enter nothing, I guess we get we want string empty. Yeah, okay. let's convert this to a switch, which can be done automatically. Now, a common situation we've got is we have a lot of switch statements which operate on strings and then just do something based on the string. So let's start with let's make a process command. Command and a new string is the remaining arguments. Obviously I've written this like a method declaration, but it's actually a method call. I'm going to generate the method from the stub in the code. So command and arguments. Arguments is going to be whatever's left after the command. Words.skip 1. So we'll skip the command, basically. I will create this. And as you can see, it's created the exact signature I wrote up above, but it did it for us. So basically, I wasted a bit of time by being stupid. Okay. Maybe we should have a class for dealing with commands. Command handler. Yes, I want to add it to get. We're going to make a dictionary to store all of the commands in. So it will contain a string and a handler, basically. Actually, no. Let's strongly type the commands. So at the moment we've got look and we've got move. This will come in handy a bit later. I have a method for adding commands, adding handlers. Action handler. Not typing very well. I think there's some kind of Freudian slip going on. If we'll check if the command handler already exists. And if it does, I guess we can just add it to the current handler. Current commands, command plus equals handler. So we can have set up more handlers for each command. doesn't exist, we'll set it here. And there we go. And then this dictionary can be made read only. There we go. Void execute command actually that's all we need. And then command handlers and then we'll invoke the handler, basically. Okay, so let's create our command handler. Call it an event handler. It should be a command handler. I love JetBrains tools. Command.look, and then we can just pass in handle look command. But we have to do it as a delegate because it relies on the game state. We'll have one for move. The move command, and that takes the game state as well. Okay, that's cool. So instead of doing this now, we can let's process command. Oh, we didn't implement process command. Yeah, so we're going to put this in here. Instead of input, we now have command. But we don't have the game state in here. Maybe the command handler can be part of the game state. It can be private and it can be read only. And it can be. Why am I typing when I can get my IDE to do it for me? Ha ha ha. So we pass it in as a constructor argument to the game state. Move this down here. We'll make this into a method. Create command handler, and we'll move this call down here. We have a problem in that we cannot create the command handler, which is dependent on the game state, because the game state is dependent on the command handler. Okay. What we'll do instead is pass in a method which creates the command handler, which we still can't do. we will add it to the game state. Actually, no, I have a better idea. Wait a second. The command handler is not dependent on the game state. I'm talking nonsense. Ignore me. Why does create game handle need the because the commands need the game state. Okay. So let's say, for the sake of argument, that let's not couple these commands here to the game state, and let's say all commands command handlers have a game state passed into them. This is actually going to be really useful because we can pass in whatever the current game state is at the time. And there we go. This might seem convoluted, but it's gonna actually work really nicely. So these can stay the same because they'll get the game state, but we won't do this anymore. So we've created our command handler. We no longer need the game state. We can move this down to where we create the game state. Command handler. And what is it upset about? We still need to do that. We just have to return it as well. Okay. So we're still adding our commands. We have the look command and the move command. Let's move the get line into the console's utils file. We'll just add the using static system console here. And then we'll use the using static UI dot console utils. And we'll make it public. Just clearing up our program class a little bit. Oh, and we still need the for the right line. Okay, so I just did a lot of stuff. So our game looks a bit like this now. So the command handler lives inside the game state. This should probably mean that the game state should handle the commands from the handler. We'll expose it. What's this one? It's auto property. Okay, so instead of having the game state be local, we'll make it a field. So now we can do game state dot command handler dot execute command. Actually, no, that's not right. We need an execute command in the game state as well. If I type myself in circles here, let's have a look. Game state execute command. Command.look, and then this defers to the command handler to execute the command, and it passes itself in because it requires a game state. Okay, so this should it return a string? No, let's keep it simple for now. Let's just have it handle the command. Okay, but we have missed something out here. I mean, as it stands right now, this should all work. Yeah, it works because the handle move command asks for another string. So let's just test this theory out. This may explode. Move. Oh, we didn't set up move. Yeah. Look. Okay, so look still works. Let's fix move. Game state execute command. Command.move. And everything works as before. Okay, so that's fine, but we've not actually achieved what we set out to achieve. We want to each of the handlers, basically we want to also supply the arguments. Basically what else the user types in. And there's more we can do here later on to make this a little bit nicer. Obviously, there's going to be a problem now. Let's check namespaces. Namespaces are fine. We can't put these in because they don't correspond, because they're not actions of command now. They are now actions of command IEnumerable. So we'll change the signature of that. We changed the signature of the wrong one. We need to change the IntelliSense can't work that out for us, but it's basic. We just have to make sure that the extra argument is being specified. And do that. And then execute command will also pass in the arguments down. Who calls execute command? So this needs arguments. So, and here we can pass in the arguments as well. Okay, so now we have access to the other words the user typed in within our handlers. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit more. And we'll switch this over to here. Okay, still an error there, but actually we're going to get rid of this. And we'll put this as, for now, arguments 0. Or arguments dot first or default. And then that should handle our null checking for us. These need to be public. Handlers. And we're all good. So now we should be able to do move south. There's no exit in that direction. Move to Mars. Not direction. Move north. Excellent. So it all works. Much a bit move south. Okay. That was quite a lot of code, but you can see that we have made the code a lot nicer. So we split it up a bit. The look command and the move command, they just do this now. So this just processes the command. The code for handling the command isn't really anywhere to be seen here. And then we have our handlers. In here basically, and yeah, the code is separated. I mean, this is still not very nice, and this isn't bad at the moment, but will get worse as we have more commands. So we're going to address that problem we're going to address these problems in the same way. I do want to check what happens if we enter move with nothing. Do we get an exception? Okay, so we get the generic error message. Feature not implemented. Oh well, no escape from the Bloodfall catacombs. I'm going to end it here because this was a somewhat heavy video. Join me for the next one. Thank you.